Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back for another video. In today's video, we're going to take a look at OKB and ask the question, would I buy or should you buy, not financial advice, OKB in the bear market? This is installment 45 of 1001. As always, you can see a link to the entire playlist in the description of this video. And if you like this content, smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment in the comment section. But let's go ahead and ask the question, would I buy OKB in the bear market? For some of you, I'm curious to know, you might be wondering, what in the world is OKB? And so let me answer this question straight ahead. OKB is the cryptocurrency of the OKEx exchange. Now, OKEx is the third largest cryptocurrency exchange in the world. It is mostly centered in Asia, but not China, because they, as of December 31st of 2021, they have moved entirely out of the mainland China operations. But internationally, this is more known as a platform than in the United States. I personally don't know anyone who uses it, and yet it's the third largest exchange in the world. And as of today, it's the 50th largest cryptocurrency in the world. And I want to say, thumbs up in some regards, I am a fan of platform cryptocurrencies like Binance, FTT, Crypto.com, etc. I could go on, HT, KuCoin, all of those. And so I do like what I see here, but for the sake of this series, this is not necessarily a cryptocurrency that I would be buying with the hopes of insane returns for the next cycle. And the reason why is just simply looking at the chart and a couple other things, but mostly looking at the chart, I'm seeing a lot of strength here. And so this is a cryptocurrency that I would just generally be stacking, knowing that it's going to grow as cryptocurrencies in general grow in adoption and in real world use. And looking at this chart, I find it to be very comparable to the FTT chart. Remember, FTT is the cryptocurrency of the FTX exchange, which is more and more becoming a behemoth. And so I see a lot of strength in the FTT chart. It has not gone down all that much in comparison to other cryptocurrencies from its peak. And I see something similar with OKB. We're seeing, I can look on the stats here, but we are seeing it down from its all-time high as of right now, 64.97%, which I know for stocks or something like that, that's a lot, but for cryptocurrencies in the middle of a bear market like what we're seeing right now, that's not quite good enough. Because remember, I'm asking questions. Would I expect this cryptocurrency to put in a higher high next cycle? For OKB, my confidence is pretty high. But if I want that cryptocurrency to put in a higher high next cycle, the next thing I'm looking for is how far down is it from its peak. For 65% for a cryptocurrency that is, as of right now, under a $1 billion market cap, personally, I am going to look in other directions. But again, I see strength here. And in fact, I can't do this on TradingView because I can't find a chart that's old enough. But what I would be looking for to do in this chart would be to draw a line from about here, just a diagonal line. And what you would see is this, you could establish some kind of floor that OKB has held very well since around the time that it launched. And so it's a little bit departed from that floor as of today, but I would expect it to be around here. So what am I thinking right now? Maybe around the time that OKB would hit $12 to $13, I would expect to just want to buy some for short-term gains, or just to add to some kind of stack. Either one of those I would be in favor of. But, as far as like 10x, 20x, 50x returns, I think that it's more likely to be looking other directions. And another thing that I want to point out when I'm looking at OKB is their market cap compared to their fully diluted market cap. So you can see a market cap of 925 million, fully diluted market cap of 4.6 billion. So what does that mean? That means that about 20% of their supply is circulating right now, and that they have a long way to go until their supply is completely released. increased. And so you can see that on Misario. So I was there, I'm going to go back there, but their metrics, their supply. Now I want to try to verify this, and maybe I'll cover it in another video, but look at this inflation rate right here. That would have me a little concerned. I want to know more. What really 266%? I'm trying to figure that out. I have thus far been unsuccessful in seeing, is that actually the inflation rate? Because that is an incredibly high inflation rate. And if that's the case, then the fact that OKB is showing this kind of strength is very impressive. Okay, but I'm not sure about that. That's just something that if you're going to buy this cryptocurrency for in anticipation of an upcoming bull run, euphoria phase, whenever that may be, maybe after the next Bitcoin halving, this is something that I very much would want to get to the bottom of. How inflationary is OKB? And then another thing that's kind of concerning to me about that is, if it is 266% inflationary, in 10 years, the supply is going to be about, it's the same as what it's going to be in 2050. And so there's going to be a great deal of the supply that will have entered circulation by 10 years, and that's going to be a cap of sorts. So there's a lot of things that personally I would need to figure out if I'm going to look into this, especially for buying in front of the next euphoria phase, or even for holding long term. Some question marks. Now, as far as the tokenomics are concerned, the token utility, it's pretty simple to understand. It's just a platform cryptocurrency. I'm very comfortable buying these cryptocurrencies with the expectation that they're not going to go to zero, because crypto is here to stay and people will need places to buy cryptocurrencies. And so OKB, OKEx, there's plenty of room for a wide variety of platforms to exist. This is not like Ethereum and all of its so-called ETH killers, where there isn't really much room. There's only going to be one or two kings. As far as platforms are concerned, especially in a diverse, economically diverse world as such as we have today, there is plenty of room. I do want to emphasize that. So I could see OKB being around for a while. Now, OKB can be used, to have access to special features within the exchange, to calculate and pay trading fees, to reward users, and to provide access to voting and governments on the platform. So it's kind of like a DAO. But, if you hold on to OKB, you can save up to 40% on trading fees and have other benefits. So that it's all well and good. This seems like a fine cryptocurrency, but again, if you're looking for the greatest returns in your investment, I think, from a bottom, a true bear market bottom to a peak, I think that you're going to find better options looking everywhere else. And that is not a knock on OKB at all. And just the same way that it's not a knock on FTT. I believe very strongly in FTT as a long-term, with their long-term potential. It's not one that I would be buying for major returns from bear market bottom to cycle peak. Just my opinion though. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section of this video. And again, if you like this content, smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in another video. Peace.